Hello friends, welcome back. A couple of videos you might have seen how we are slowly progressing from Python basics to actually making calls to our locally hosted models which via Ollama. So in the previous video we saw two ways how we can call. We're going to deep dive into how to make it modular, basically reusable. So moving on to this slide, yes, this is the right one for this. So we're going to arrange our prompt, our main function, the main file, so that we have separation of concerns. We don't want to edit everything in the same file over and again. So the previous script, the previous Python script we saw in the last video was very basic. So we will basically refactor it, and the goal isn't to over engineer this project, but it is to make code easier to reuse. So we'll create one file, the main program, one file for Ollama call, and one optional file. Of course we will do it for prompts, and the second file should stay easy to read, and it should say something like build a prompt. So without further waste of time, I will take you to uh, this day 3, and before I proceed further, I would just request you to ignore this day 6 thing. These are not in sync, but focus on the Python aspects of thing. I think that's more important. So like I mentioned earlier, let's revisit the previous one. So here is the code. So initially we called it via request, and then we switched over to importing the library, making it this thing. So we ended up editing this thing. In real world, you don't want to be editing so many times the same file over and again, because this is your actual application will not be a 4-line code. It will be much complicated, and multiple engineers working on the same project and the same file, maybe even the same line sometimes. And once you have multiple people doing the same thing at the same time, things may quickly go out of control. So a nice way to arrange stuff in your project would be like, yeah, let's have a main function where you do all the imports. So here you are doing the LLM client. We are calling it via importing the standard library request. We are initializing a variable, model, and a URL, two variables, basically the URL and the actual name of the model, and then a function which is to ask Ollama, and the prompt. So where does the prompt come from? Prompt comes from this file. uh, and in the main we import two files, I mean basically two libraries which are like local. So first one is the prompts. We from this prompts.py, which is this file, we import the function explain for engineers, which is clearly defined here, explain for engineers, which gets only one argument. And this is the topic for DevOps engineer, include definition, production trade-off, and example, etc. So this is like a structured way of prompting. So whatever we type, it would give us the response in a certain format. So we are actually already starting to talk to the model, and then define how we want the answer in the format we want the answer in. All right. And of course, as all other videos, I have included a readme. So let's go ahead and execute this one. All right, so here let's execute our main.py file. All I do is run this, and let's in the meantime see what are we asking. Explain for a DevOps engineer, include definition, production trade-off, and example. So we're asking a bunch of things, and we get a long response. Let us see if we can make it more. Oh god, yes. API timeouts are DevOps engineers perspective, and we ask them to give us in a format like include definition production trade-off. So definition one-liner, production trade-off, and example. Okay, which is nice. So API timeouts was the topic. Let us say we change it to something more common. Let us say AWS S3 buckets and ask it to give us the response. We are not tweaking anything with the prompt, so let us see if we get anything useful. Alright, so we get the response in the same template as we asked, defined in the prompts file, and we see the definition production trade-off, but actually there is no production trade-off, so the prompt is actually not understanding the context. But still, yeah, we get cost, performance, and suppose yeah, this is nice, useful. So yeah, kind of sums up this whole video. So let us try to explain this. Okay, so we have requirements.txt, and this is the structure how I've arranged the code, and we would need local model. So which model are we using now? Alright, we are using Ollama 3.2. This is fine. Alright, maybe let us tweak instead of production trade-off, let us move tweak something like production trade-off, an example. Maybe let us say real world application. Real world application, include definition, and we just need to change the topic as well. So it's getting that easy. Instead let us pick some different service. In this time, let us say AWS lambdas, and rerun our main file. So we should be getting a response as soon as possible. So it's a serverless compute this. So definitions, real world applications, and benefits and best practices. So we didn't ask for it, but yes, we are getting it, which is nice. So this sums up basically the modular approach that we would have because we demonstrated it using small reusable Python function for calling Ollama. So we don't mess with imports and the prompt so much, only on the need to know basis. So I'm yeah, winding up this time, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for tuning in. Have a nice day.